the basics idea of a decentralized oracle is, okay, so we have this job that's given to one person, but how can you give it to multiple people? And this is the same problem that you have in any blockchain system. You have, a traditional database is, well, basically one person gets to write to it, and then that's how you would say like a bank ledger. You keep track of it with just one person consistently writing to it and keeping track of it. But with a blockchain, we all sort of have to come to consensus on that data. And that's how you would decentralize the Oracle process as well. You need to have a system for how do you come to consensus on a piece of information when it's put on chain. So the basic way that Tellor works, so I'll draw our smart contract here. So this can be our, can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this will be our smart contract on we're obviously going to be on PulseChain here for for the video. And then these are going to be the reporters. So Tellor is created by a system of reporters. So with these individuals, anybody can be a reporter in our system, and they're going to place tokens into the smart contract. So you're going to have to deposit tokens as a stake. So they're going to stake these tokens. And now you can see locked inside of the smart contract are each of these reporters has tokens staked. Then let's say, we'll draw Matt over here. He'll be a smiley guy down here. He wants the price of Bitcoin in his smart contract. So he has his own smart contract, and he's going to come and he would say, hey, he would pay just, we'll say one token, and he'll ask for BTC USD. And what he's saying is this is a tip to our system. He's saying whichever one of you reporters tells me the price of Bitcoin, I'm going to give this one token. All of these reporters will then compete to put a piece of data on chain. And then what will happen, so, we'll say one of these people will place the value on chain. I don't know. So it'll come down here into the BTC price of equals, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. 20K at the moment. Something
around that, 19K or so.
Yeah. It'll be outdated here with the video very shortly. And then, so one of the reporters will say that the price of Bitcoin is. Now, if you like this price of Bitcoin on chain, you can just use it. However, once it's on chain, everyone can see it. So we'll kind of draw a tree here, what'll happen. So you come down, and is it a good value? So everyone will look, and this is how we come to consensus on the information. So you'll say, is it actually 20K? Well, it might not be, since we actually don't know. We probably don't want to be a reporter. But if let's say the actual price of Bitcoin is $60,000, anyone else, so you, one of the other reporters, some random user on PulseChain or in Liquid Loans can come and they can dispute the data. So if yes, you would use data, it just stays on chain. If no, then it goes to a dispute. So basically what happens is once it goes to a dispute, you would pay, we'll draw another person would pay a small fee, and it would kick it off to a dispute. So you would pull this value off chain, and then it goes to a 2-day vote. And then this 2-day vote determines all of the token holders of TRB tokens get a say, the users get a say, and the reporters get a say. They all have a weighted portion of the vote. And then they would determine, so good. I can't spell today. So if it was a good value, dispute fee goes to reporter. So that small fee that he paid would go to the person who was wrongly disputed. And then, but if it was bad, then the whole stake that person has goes to the disputer. So he gets paid. So there's a big incentive for him to monitor the network and make sure that the value is good. For the user, So you, Matt, over here wanted the Bitcoin US dollar. If it does get disputed, your little token reward still hasn't gone anywhere. So basically it would get pulled off chain and somebody else would submit a value who would get it. So basically it would be really, really quick as far as it gets pulled off chain, somebody else puts a new one, and the whole process starts over. Should we dispute this one as well? If not, you can use it.
So I'm not waiting around for 2 days for a Bitcoin.
You're not waiting around for 2 days like some optimistic oracles. You simply are probably waiting another few blocks for the price to be put back on chain.
Gotcha. So basically there's incentives and disincentives for people to tell the truth.
Correct.
Nice.
And you can see, that's the whole sort of, it's kind of this game theoretical oracle, you could say, how are you incentivizing people to give honest data and at the same time sort of trying to make it secure in some sort of ways. And you can see, obviously that there may be some ways, there are some ways to attack, and I'm sure we can get into that. But this is the basic way that Tellor can work.